Today you're going to learn how to use AppStorage in SwiftUI by adding a new feature to our crypto tracker app that we built in a previous video. We're going to be keeping it simple and just add a toggle at the top left corner of the screen that will allow you to switch from light mode to dark mode. And we're going to use AppStorage to show you how to locally save the last color theme you were on your device. That way, if you leave the app and open it later, it will still be in your preferred color theme. And now let's get started. First, you need to open up your SwiftUI project in Xcode. And here we're starting off with the crypto app we built in a previous video. You should be able to follow along if you want to add this feature to your own app. And the previous video link as well as the source code are both provided in the description below. And now we're just gonna get started by creating the app storage variable. So it's just gonna be app storage like this, right? And we're gonna add a key which is gonna be called isDarkMode. So this is going to be a string and we're going to make it a private variable because we're only using it on this view, and we're going to call it as dark mode as well. And it's going to be default to false, right? Which means it's going to be light mode by default. So app storage over here is a property wrapper that stores the value in the local storage of your device using user defaults. This ensures that the app remembers the user's theme preference even after closing and reopening the app. And then is dark mode over here, like I mentioned, it's a key and it's used to store the value in user defaults, acting as a local storage reference. Since this data is stored locally on the device, it does not sync across multiple devices via iCloud. And the default value is false over here, right? Meaning the app starts in light mode, like I mentioned, unless the user changes it. And we're actually gonna add that functionality right now, allowing you to switch between light mode and dark mode. And the way we're gonna do that is very simple. So over here on our app, we have a navigation view. In your app, you might not have a navigation view, so you can still do it in a similar way, but you might need to use something other than navigation view, because in this case, we're gonna be using navigation bar items, right? So we're gonna be adding it here, and you're gonna see what it does in a second. So navigation bar items, and then you can go with leading, right? And then over here, you can just do text, and let's see what happens. We can just call it text, and now let's run this. Okay, so you can see the text over here at the top left corner, right? And then just so you know, if you change this to trailing, it's gonna go to the other side over here on the top right corner, right? But for this video, we're just gonna keep it on the left side, so leading, and let's reload this. Cool, so now it's on the left side again. And then instead of the text, we're gonna add a button, right? Because we need to change between light mode and dark mode. And this is gonna take an action like this. And then this action is gonna simply be is dark mode dot toggle. That means if it's false, it's gonna turn to true. And if it's true, it's gonna turn to false. And then for the image here, we're just gonna go with something like, let's say system name. And we're simply gonna check if it's dark mode like this. And then if it's dark mode, we're gonna go with the sun, right? And then if it's something else, we're gonna go with the moon. So moon.fill. So now you can see on the top left corner, you have a moon. And then let's try to click on it, for example. So you can see the image changes to the sun. And then let's go back. That means the variable is dark mode has changed when we clicked on it, right? But the problem here is that the color theme of the app didn't change, right? So what we're gonna do here first is add a color to the image, right? We're gonna do foreground style. So we're gonna do is dark mode. And then if it's the sun, we're gonna do dot white. And then if it's the moon, we're gonna do dot black. Because this one, the moon has a white background and the sun will have a black background once we add the color theme. And we're gonna do that now. So we're gonna go over here on the navigation view, and then we're just simply gonna add the preferred color scheme, and then is dark mode, and then dot dark. Otherwise, it's gonna be dot light. Cool, as simple as that. So that means if is dark mode is false, we're gonna go with dot light, and then if it's true, we're gonna go with dot dark. So now let's try it on the preview here and see the difference. Now you have the moon over here, right? So we're gonna click on it, and you can see everything turned black, and you have the sun over here in white. And then let's click on it again. And now let's actually run it on the simulator and see what happens. That way we can test and see if it actually saves the setting or not. So let's run here. So now you can see the app over here, and let's click on the toggle here. So you can see it change, right? And then let's stick on dark mode now and leave the app. And now let's go back to the app and see if it's saved. So as you can see, it's still in dark mode. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you learned something new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.